Ah, poor baby. Oh my goodness. I sensed I was approaching something dark, something with a lot of fear, and I cannot stand the stench of fear. And I was approaching something that I knew it was just not good. Now this soil where this animal was just being killed, it's just now contained with dark energy, and that is what dragon energy can feel. This dark energy of the earth that it's been touching with. So yeah, there's been a mystery in my forest. You know, a lot of these animals were being killed, even though there are no wolves, nothing like this in our forests yet, and only the head is missing. You know, the body is still there, but the head is missing. And this poor being, you know, this has been a brutal death. And I have to remind myself, this is something actually very interesting to train yourself in, because draconic energy is something that you have to learn about. You learn about yourself, learn how to develop it and what it actually can do. It can do many things. You can develop a lot of things and open up a lot of abilities that you can do with draconic energies, and to become eventually a dragon witch that can do dragon and magic and witchcraft. And that is also something that I'm planning to do here now with this body of this deer. This is not the first time that I encountered this. For example, a few weeks ago I encountered a wild boar, just also with the head missing. And I also encountered even other animals, but every time with this head missing. And I'm finding this head once again in the form of a skull deeper inside of the forest, because here we are on the edge of the forest. And later on I know that I will find this head once again in the form of a skull. I've shown this before, that I've seen a lot of skulls of animals that has been, but this animal, how brutally, this is brutal, this is nature. And but that is also that I learned this ability. What is a dragon, my brothers and sisters? The dragon spirit is a traveler that can go everywhere from gate to gate. A dragon spirit cannot be caught inside of one gate. That is also the reason why the dragon can come to you. Their ability is to travel. They can travel to many places, to many astral planes, to the void even. That they are being called sometimes the spirit of death, because they are able to guide the ones that are gone. This animal, this unfortunate baby, this child, has, of course, the reason why I can feel as well this entire dark energy. That is also where it comes from, this dark energy. That is because it's still suffering to this moment. Inside of Leviathan's void, it cannot find a way home. And those who are saying that animals don't have a soul, and that we are just following animals, then don't talk about it anymore, because they have souls, they have spirits, they have guardian angels by their side even. But yeah, sometimes they fail as well if they encounter something like this, a predator like this. It's unfortunate to see it, of course. It means that their guardian has failed. The guardian of this animal has failed. And so sometimes when I encounter this, and I did this before with this wild boar, so I didn't make a video out of it because I needed my moment. I needed to do my craft, my draconic craft. Because for doing this, you have to be the dragon that moment. You have to be the traveler. You have to be inside of the void and facing your own fears in order to guide this being. Is it all worth it? Because out of it, you might change. You might change as you are guiding this animal to where he or she belongs. These animals. So they are being called animals, but we are animals as well. So yeah, that is also something that someone said to me this week. The dragon, yesterday, the dragon is an animal. The dragon is an animal. You don't have to do anything for an animal. Just an animal. And I said, yeah, you are an animal too. As a human being, you are just an animal. Just like this animal. That is why I'm so against this cruelty against animals, cruelty against every living being, because they all have guardian angels, they all have souls, they all have spirits, and the dragon as well, they all have spirits. Oh my goodness, there is just something ripped apart. I don't know why it's always the head. It's just a mystery. It's always a head that is missing. But this unfortunate baby didn't deserve to have this, and that is also the reason why if I'm just stopping with my filming, making my video, I'm trying to connect with it, trying to connect with the dead, because this wasn't very long. It's just fresh. And some people say it's just an animal, but in my eyes, it's a spirit, it's a soul, and it's lost inside of hell. Even though it's a very innocent being, yes, she is lost. She's so lost, no help at all, always seeing this final moment in fear. That is what I could feel, that is what I could smell, this stench of fear still being with it, and I cannot stand it, and that is the reason why I want to help this baby, just to find wherever she belongs. And this is, like I said, this is a very good training. Sometimes I go to the cemetery to do that. Sometimes I go to former slaughterhouses, or to places where animals have been killed, or humans have been killed. These are the places where the ley lines, the dragon lines inside of the earth, is tainted with dark, dark, dark energies. Just like this ground now is tainted with very dark energies. And with touching it, just the simple touch on it, what I'm going to do, by the way, the simple touch can let you see through the eyes, to the final moment, what it's seeing to this moment in the void, where she is lost, always continuing and repeating this last moment. This is not something that anyone or anything deserves. But yeah, the dragon, your spirit is not for nothing being called Fafnir's fire, because your fire can go everywhere. Your fire is a fire that cannot put out. It's your spirit. Your spirit can travel as well. Your spirit can go inside of the void, and your spirit, my brother and sister, that is what I learned from this. Your spirit can be called the spirit of death, the spirit, but that is not, of course, something bad. That is, of course, nothing like that at all. It's not something bad. It's something good, and it's something to train yourself in and see through the eyes of the animal, see through the eyes of what is inside of the void, seeing through it and experience everything out of this dark and light, even the fear of dying. That is also something what I often have while I'm trying to guide other beings. And I sometimes see inside of my dreams as well that I am dying simply because I'm doing this. Fear that is why I fear death. I see it all the time. Not only in dreams but in real life. And once I'm touching this poor baby, I'm going to see death again. Violent death, the darkest of the darkest energies. With being on the dragon's path and all of this witchcraft and magic, it's not to play around with. It's very, very serious. It's something that changes you forever in seeing all of this death and fear. But out of this, you create light. And that is also what I'm trying to do with it. I'm trying to let this being see the light wherever it belongs. Inside of a gate where I don't belong. And yet, out of this ability to travel, you can go there and say to this being, to this spirit, that it should go there. And being a guardian for this spirit. Like I said, it's training, it's evolution, it's development of your own draconic energy and a development of your own spirit. Don't see anything like this as a game. Changes you so much. But yeah, only an animal. The dragon is only an animal. This is only an animal. I say you are only an animal. And yet I would do the same thing as I would do for this poor unfortunate soul.